Clay Campbell, CEO of Seawolf AI. So our focus at Seawolf is to build real-world AI solutions for the enterprise. We don't just drop in a chat bot and we call it a day. We focus on engineering AI systems that actually can change how work gets done. Our uniqueness is really in our ability to engineer solutions. Instead of just replicating human steps or things that people do, we really focus on redesigning that process in itself. That means we want to achieve faster ROI. We want to use reusable technology and create systems that scale. And ultimately, we're measured by the impact that we can drive for our clients.
Eddie Antuta, co-founder of Seawolf AI. Seawolf AI is really an organization to operationalize and bring AI to the enterprise organizations out there. There's a lot of noise and conversations around what AI can do. Our actual kind of charter is to actually make it happen.
What is an impact? What's an ROI? What's an example you can share with everyone here?
The ROI that we focus on with our customers the most is a concept called time to value. It's a metric that we come up with that tries to estimate or align on how much something would have taken from a time or a money standpoint before, and how long it would take then if we used AI or we accelerate it with AI. And so the goal is to obviously shrink that and get to that moment of value as quickly as possible in order to accelerate our customers.
Who does Seawolf AI work with?
We work with global financial institutions. We work with them to do things like automate research and provide portfolio viewpoints and investment decisions. We work in the transportation sector with large airlines to help them with things like cost optimization. We work with telecommunication companies. We really try to focus across all industries. The common thread is the same, though, is that we work with them to take this fragmented manual work and drive it into an AI system that can save money, it can uncover insights, and it can ultimately just help them scale.
What's your background? How did you guys get into Seawolf, and what is your expertise and kind of passions leading up to this point?
At the end of the day, I'm a builder. I've been writing code since I was about 7 years old. And so I've been doing this a long time. I am a constant learner. I am always trying to find new and different ways to solve problems, especially given the technology that we have. So most of my career has been driven in that pursuit, whether it's leading research and development for large financial institutions around the world, to working in some of the largest technology companies. My job is to challenge the way that we've always done work and figured out again how technology can unlock the potentials that it has now.
My background is a little bit of an eclectic background. I've spent my time in running other consulting firms, having run recruiting departments, sales departments, and then actually starting another consulting firm and then having it eventually being acquired. Previous to that, I've actually spent some time, which is a little bit different than most, being a high school teacher and then working in a side of athletics as well. I had a few years where I worked for the Seattle Seahawks in their scouting department. And actually was there when Paul Allen acquired the Seahawks and actually brought technology for the very first time to that organization. It was a very antiquated organization when it came to technology, and he was one of the first ones to really kind of implement a lot of new technology into their entire operational organization.
What's so exciting about the sports industry? You have a lot going on right now. Why are you attracted to the industry, and why did you want to partner with myself and Invaluable Sports Group to bring this to the sports industry?
Yeah, I'll start it off. I've obviously been in this kind of professional service realm for a long time and working with the largest organizations in the world, the Microsofts, the Amazons, all these types of large enterprise, technology first organizations, and always had kind of this ancillary interest, tangential interest in athletics, whether it was my own personal interest, my children's interest. And when I had a conversation with Josh about merging these two worlds, it just seemed to be, perfect timing. And the problems are the same. The people have the same issues, whether they're the Microsofts of the world or a university athletic department. How do you become more efficient? How do you get more done with less money, right? Or how do you maximize the money you actually have? And so those problems are universal. And so I thought, why not try and bring our expertise around artificial intelligence to the college athletics playground, right? Or that arena. It made sense. And there's a lot of opportunity.
I would just add real quick, I think why now is the right time is the the key thing that we see everywhere is this moment of disruption, right? Especially in college athletics. If you think about everything that's going on from, conference realignment to nil deals to media rights, there's competition not only on the field, but in the front office and for the attention and dollars of every fan. And now AI has finally reached a point when it can directly transform how these programs can operate and how they can grow and how they can focus. And we're seeing this really interesting collision of all of these forces right now at the perfect moment. I think most, sports organizations, not just in college athletics, but just in general, are really paralyzed right now because they're either trying to, dabble in AI themselves, or they're kind of paralyzed by the hype of what's going on in the world around them. It's overwhelming. So this is the gap that we're trying to fill. Like we want to be able to give leaders, a path of clarity, so that they know what's possible. They know what's worth trying, they would know what's worth piloting and investing in, and how to scale that responsibly within, the constraints of their organization. Ultimately, what we want to do is just cut through that noise, right? And we want to be able to provide them practical adoption strategies and measurable outcomes that align with their goals.